Hello everyone, my name is Pradeep. Today I explain about my caption project by sharing demand and prediction. This is my problem summary. What is my problem statement is that currently the rental bikes are introducing in many urban cities for enhancing of the mobility comfort. It is more important to make the rental bikes available and accessible to the public the right time and reducing the wasting time, evaluating the production of the cities suitable for the supply for the rental bikes because the major concern it is the critical part of the prediction of the bike requires for each other the suitable of the supply of the rental bikes as we shown. This is my general guidelines to run this project. First, we import our libraries like NumPys, Pandas, visual libraries like Matplot, Seaborn, and the libraries for the hypothesis sets, libraries for the data pre-processing, the libraries for ML model implementation, and the libraries for the model matrix. First, we mount our drive, and we loaded our data set. We pd dot read CSV file. CSV file means this is the Excel type data. First data set first look df dot head date rental bikes hours temperature and humidity the windshield speed and viewpoint of this and solar radiation rainfall and etc. First what is data set rows and columns df dot shape it will be visible the rows and columns 8760 rows and 14 columns the data set dot info df dot info means the information of our data set. It is objective, integer, floats, integer and objective. Find out the duplicate values. Print length dot the duplicate values is 0. Find out the missing values and null values. There is no missing values and null values as we shown in the figure. And what do you know about our data set? The above data set means 8760 entries and 14 features. 4 out of columns. I have no objectives and types and numeric values. There is no missing values. Data describe means rental bikes, hours, temperature, humidity, and wind speed, visibility, dew point, solar radiation, rainfall, and snowfall. The count. The variables of the description means the variables has been find date, rental bikes, hours, temperature, humidity, wind speed, visibility, dew point, solar radiation, rainfall, snowfall, seasons, holidays, and function day. First, we check the unique values, df dot unique values, and the out step is data wrangling technique. The data wrangling techniques first we copy our data set and we converted our data set to column type, object, and date and split the weeks, month, and year in the 3 columns. Drop the columns have shown. They converted our data set into categorical frame. df dot head as is shown in the rental bikes, temperature, humidity, and wind speed, viewpoint, solar radiation, rainfall, snow, and etc. The definition of the categorical numerical features as be shown in the figure. The numerical features of the head is equal to as the numerical values as be shown in the top 5. For fourth one is data visualization and relationship between the variables. First chart will be visualization code that count and the rental bikes 1000 plus rental bikes have shown in the figure. Histogram along this KD lines using the visual of the destination during the features like mean and median standard deviation also given this level and the thickness. The chart number 2, the visualization plot means count and temperature. Chart number 3, the visualization between the count and the humidity values. The chart number 4 is the data visualization like count and wind speed. Chart number 5 will be the visibility of the count and visibility. Chart number 6 is the count and the dew point of temperature. Chart number 7 is the count and solar radiation. Chart number 8 is equal to count and snowfall. Why do you choose the snowfall as is shown in the figure? The snowfall might be negatively impact the business. The ninth chart is pie chart. Season, springs, winter, and achievement and summer as we shown in the figure. as these three incidents, the negative growth just with the specific reason. The 10th chart is the pie chart. There is holidays chart. There is no holidays and holidays. 95% holidays and 5% is no holidays. I will show in the figure. The 11th chart is the pie chart. The function days and what is the function days? Yes or no? 97% will be choose yes and 3% will be no. Find out the bar plot rental bikes count dot seasons. In the summer season, the demand will be increases. In winter season, the demand will be decreases. As we shown in the figure. The 13 plot is the bar plot. It is the bike rental bike count by hours. In evening times, the booking timings will be increases. Morning times will be reduces. As shown the correlation of heat maps. In the heat map shown in these all kind of the viewpoints like have shown what is the next the fifth one is the pair plot. The pair plot is the visualization tool. The pair plot is the visualization to show the pairwise the correlation between the variables in the data set. It is the plots of the scatter plot for each of the variable and the histogramical each variable of the diagonal. Next fifth part is the hypothesis. What is the hypothesis? Hypothesis is based on the experimentation of the statement from the data set. There is the three types of hypothesis and the forming through the course. First, first hypothesis, the null hypothesis is average is equal to 100, alternate greater than is equal to 100. First, we import our libraries, pandas, numpys, and we set our data set and this simply calculated by mean and standard deviation. They print the results and we conduct the t-test and the z-test and find out the p-value and as we performance the mean the z-test object the p-value is the observably is closer to 100%. So we satisfied the rejected null hypothesis. Therefore, the bike count of the luminosity as the point of the greater time is equal to 100. Statement of the research, this is an hypothesis statement too, as we consider that average is equal to 10 and the alternate hypothesis average is equal to greater than 100. First we imported our libraries temperature, the computing is statistical sets and the computing the probability test of the z test and we statistically the p value of the sum and as we performance this meaning of the z test objective the p value is probability we have the objective of 99%, so we sufficient this rejected HO the sorry the null hypothesis the hypothesis test 3 the null hypothesis equal to 0 alternated hypothesis equal to 20. First, we conducted the test as well as the same this probably like to find out the p-values as the performance of the hypothesis standard deviation. We have to the square test and objective p-value. We have obtained the 69% sufficiency of the HO will be rejected immunity is equal to 20. The future engineering part has been done. There is no missing values as we find out in first case we handling the outliers as we shown in the figure, find out the IQR and the clamping technique. We use the clamping technique to check these outliers like the wind speed. The category I use the clamping method, the threads of the outlier as there 8760 entries in my data set. The trimming the data the trimming the outliers would be leaded to the data loss as we show in the figure. The textual data represented it is data set of the NPL statement analysis of the testing clustering. The testing has been shown in the expansions of the contraction and lower casing and removal stop this whiteness and repressing test and the tokenization and the texture normalization. These are the techniques that we used in this fourth and the part of the speech targeting. The texturization has they're using the bag of boards and the TFDs and the larger emissions. The future engineering parts and the future manipulation of the heat map and is correlation between these items as we show. What is the data transforming? We think the data transforming of these have we shown into the rental bikes. What is data scaling? First, we train our data set X and Y trains, and we train our data set have we shown in the figure like the packaging of this catalog, and we train our data set have we shown the dimensionally reduces of the need to use it the dumpling of the dimensions of the factors as we choose the matplots and as we shown in the figure the rental bikes as we showed. Next, the data stemming as we shown, the data stemming is the train and the testing of the data sets, they splitting out the ratio wisely. As we shown, they handling the imbalance of the data set. The seventh is the main and major part of this project is ML model implementation. First model is the linear regression model. First, we import our libraries for the linear regression model and we converted into the R square test. Explain this, they are showing the plots like line diagram. The blue value is the predicted value and orange value is the actual value as is shown. The cross validation of the hyper tuning. The ML model we use the pick the logarithmic values of their mean standard mean deviation and calculated deviation. Adjustable R square and as is shown in the figure. The mean standard deviation is equal to 0, adjustable R square is equal to 0.83 and 0.7 as we shown in the ML model too. It is called reduced logarithm model. It is the calculation of the important. There is the same techniques we use. There is the value predicted line is blue and actual line is orange. There is correlation between the very thin line to support to visualize these things. And the cross visualization we import our libraries as we shown. They calculated these spots are they showing. Sorry. This one. What is the hyperparameters optimization? This technique used the grid such CV the hypermeter of optimization techniques find out the alpha value and value performance the better. The third model is the random forest technique. The random forest technique will be used. It's like there. It's similar to the Neuralink technique. We use this technique to implementation of the model to better result on this to give better results of our stakeholders. We converted it into the stakeholders. The result, actual value and predicted value are both considered into the same way. The cross-validation projection as we shown. They majorly we impacted this maximum depth of the performance showed by Norlian purely. Third one is explain this model by using the implementation of the model explanation. We furtherly futures and importance of integrations as we shown. This is the type of the graph model and implementations of the shown the future importance of this model. Finally, our conclusion is in our analysis, we integrated this EDA and EDA on all the features of our data set, but we first analysis our dependent variable and rent by count, and we also transform the next way of analysis and categorically visible drops there. How do they majorly on one class? We also analyzing the numerical variables, check out the correlation, distribution, and relationship between the dependent and independent variable of the categorical of the variable. The next we implementation this core machine learning logarithm linear model losses random forest. We did some hyperparameter tuning, improving the model performance. Out of the all about model random forest is given highest uh, R2 adjustable R2 score is 91% for this test. There is no overfitting since so the rental bikes is deploying of the machine learning that we use this random forest and random forest regression technique depended upon this day and session the bike will be maintenance. I completed my project. Thank you. This is my project. Thank you.